Hello, friends, and welcome once again to Global English Tales. Today, I want to share with you a very special story. It is not just about one man's life. It is a journey of how anyone, at any age, can discover English through the power of stories. So sit back, relax, and let me take you on this journey. Our story begins with a man named Daniel Carter. Daniel was 30 years old, living in a small town near the coast of England. From the outside, he seemed like a man who had everything sorted. He worked in a cozy cafe near the marketplace, served customers every morning, and greeted everyone with a polite smile. But deep inside, Daniel carried a dream that he had never spoken aloud. He wanted to travel the world, meet people from different cultures, and connect with them through stories. He longed to express his ideas, share his thoughts, and build friendships that stretched across countries and languages. The only thing holding him back was his lack of confidence in English. Yes, he lived in England, but his childhood had been different. His parents had moved from another country when he was young. At home, they spoke their native language, and Daniel rarely used English outside school. As he grew up, he always felt one step behind his classmates. Reading aloud made him nervous. Writing essays felt like climbing a mountain, and in group discussions, he preferred silence. Over time, this silence became a habit. Daniel convinced himself that English was not for him. One rainy evening, Daniel was sitting in his small apartment, sipping tea and staring at his bookshelf. The rain tapped against the window, and the room felt lonely. On the top corner of the shelf lay an old, forgotten book, a collection of folk tales he had bought years ago but never read. He pulled it down, wiped the dust from the cover, and opened the first page. Slowly, he began to read. Once upon a time, in a land far away, there lived a king who could not sleep. The words rolled awkwardly on his tongue, but something shifted inside him. The rhythm of the story felt alive. The images painted themselves in his mind. For the first time in many years, Daniel did not feel like he was studying English. He felt like he was entering another world. That night marked a turning point. Daniel decided to try a simple experiment. Every evening after work, he would sit in his small room, open that book, and read one story aloud. At first, it was difficult. He stumbled over long words like mysterious, adventure, and determination. He mispronounced sentences. He even laughed at himself. But he kept going. He made one important rule. Do not stop. Do not translate. Just read. And slowly, magic began to happen. The stories carried him forward. He laughed at the funny parts, imagined the heroes fighting dragons, and felt tears in his eyes at the sad endings. English was no longer a school subject. It was becoming an experience. As the days passed, Daniel added a new habit. He kept a notebook where he wrote down 5 new words from each story. But he did not stop at writing the meanings. He used them in simple sentences. Journey. I am starting my English journey. Courage. The hero had courage to fight. Whisper. The wind whispers at night. Dream. I dream of traveling the world. Friendship. Friendship makes life beautiful. By doing this, Daniel was building his English the way a child learns, through imagination, through context, and through living words instead of memorizing grammar rules. Weeks turned into months. Something inside him began to change. He started noticing English everywhere, on signs, in conversations at the cafe, in the music playing on the radio. Instead of ignoring it, He leaned in. He listened carefully, repeated phrases quietly, and connected what he heard to the stories he was reading. One afternoon, a tourist from Spain walked into the cafe. She looked nervous and spoke in broken English. "Can I have coffee, please?" Normally, Daniel would have nodded quickly and ended the conversation. But this time, he smiled warmly and said, "Of course, a coffee for you. How are you today?" The woman's face lit up with relief. They talked slowly, carefully, but with genuine joy. That short exchange became a turning point. Daniel realized that English was not about speaking perfectly. It was about connecting. Encouraged, Daniel began to carry his storybook everywhere. On his way to work, he read a paragraph. During lunch breaks, he wrote down sentences. At night, he recorded himself retelling the stories in his own words. At first, his voice sounded strange and uncertain. But then he reminded himself, stories are meant to be told, not hidden. One weekend, Daniel visited a community library in town. He discovered that every Saturday, people from different countries gathered there to share folk tales in English. He hesitated at the door, nervous, but finally stepped inside. A woman from Japan shared the story of the Crane Bride. A man from Egypt told the tale of the clever farmer. A student from Brazil narrated the story of a magical forest. Finally, it was Daniel's turn. His hands shook as he opened his book. He told the story of the sleepless king, the same one he had read that rainy evening months ago. His voice wavered at first, but as the story unfolded, he saw the audience listening with interest. By the end, they clapped warmly. Walking home that night, Daniel felt taller, lighter, freer. For the first time, he believed that English was not something to study in silence. It was something to live, share, and pass on, like a story. As months went by, Daniel's confidence grew. He expanded his reading list. He discovered short novels, children's books, and even online articles. He started watching movies with subtitles, repeating dialogues, and imagining himself inside the scenes. He even made it a habit to talk to himself in English while walking or cooking. Soon, he decided to start a small project. Every evening, after work, he recorded himself reading a story aloud and uploaded it online. At first, nobody watched, but slowly, a few people left comments. "Your voice is calming. I love the way you explain words. Can you share more stories?" Without realizing it, Daniel had become a storyteller, teaching English through stories. He began experimenting with his storytelling style. Sometimes he paused to explain difficult words in simple language. Sometimes he acted out the characters with different voices. Slowly, his audience grew. People from different countries began to write messages saying how his stories were helping them learn English. One evening, sitting by the window with the storybook in his hand, Daniel reflected. At 30, he had once believed he was too old to learn, but stories had proven him wrong. Stories had no age. They welcomed everyone. And that, dear listeners, is the true magic of learning English through stories. When you step inside a story, English stops being a list of grammar rules. It becomes alive. It becomes a journey. It becomes yours. So remember Daniel's lesson. Do not fear mistakes. Pick up a storybook. Read aloud. Write new words. Make simple sentences. And most importantly, share stories. Because every time you share, your English grows stronger. Daniel's journey shows us that fluency is not about speed or perfection. It is about courage, practice, and connection. It is about finding your voice in a language that once felt distant. It is about realizing that every page, every word, every story brings you closer to the person you want to become. And who knows, maybe one day, like Daniel, you too will discover that your voice in English was waiting inside you all along. Thank you for listening to today's Global English Tales. I hope Daniel's story inspired you to start your own journey. Remember, English is not just about grammar or vocabulary. It is about connection, courage, and creativity. Keep reading, keep listening, and keep living inside stories. This is Global English Tales, signing off. Until next time, happy learning.